All right, this is for all the people that want to be tuned in on what I was doing and what I was about. I was making a movie and a documentary about the prison industry, mass incarceration, the 13th Amendment, about being black in America and the judicial system. All right, the courts and the corruption in the courts. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and we still a cash crop. Martin Luther King gave you letters from a Birmingham jail. Well, I'm going to give you the truth from America's jails: Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. Now, Lisa Madigan, Doug Gansler, Brian Frost all knew about this. Patrick Fitzgerald from the Department of Justice, Dutch Ruppersberger, Senator Card, and Senator Mikulski. It was a social scientific experiment about the prison industry and the war on drugs. Right here, Illinois Attorney General. That's my case number. All right. False imprisonment for filming a documentary about racism in Lake County judicial system. All right. That's unjust enrichment because it's racketeering in the courts. Waukegan, Illinois, 60099. All right. I made a formal complaint with the Department of Justice because I had an interstate compact. I went home on probation. I went home on vacation. I came back on probation. I'm out $2.6 million because the state of Maryland and the state of Illinois wanted to cover up the money that y'all make behind the war on drugs. These are the supporters of shorties. I have a right to petition my government and my governor's government to address issues that affect me as a citizen. And that's what I did. And it was about your prison industry. Dear Mr. McGee and Mr. Humphreys, I was kidnapped. I was kidnapped February the 7th, 2011 from my home. All right? I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland, just like slavery. See the names on this? Lake County, Illinois. All right, Senator Cardins, Patrick Fitzgerald, Lisa Madigan, Governor Gwynn, Governor Blagojevich. All right, a daily diary report concerning the movie was about y'all and the government. Like I said, that's my certification of identity. You kidnapped me and you stole my business from me. I was a businessman. Just like Africa, you stole me as property. You traded me as property. I was on an interstate compact. That means you was getting paid from 2 different states. I was insured by the state of, I was insured. I got an insurance claim because I own me. I own all parts of me. And I got an insurance claim coming, all right? On July the 9th, I got a claim coming out. So on July the 9th, after that, I'm going to file my lawsuits. It's the state of Maryland, the comptroller's office. Show you how long you've been knowing about this. Governor Hogan been knowing about this. The comptroller been knowing about this. Feel me? Thank you for contacting the comptroller's office to request an audit in your taxes. All right? Blah, 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 bam. Federal Trade Commission, Credit Bureau, your local police department. I filed a police report. Schellenberger refuses to take it. Mosby refused to take it. So how am I going to be defending my rights? Like I said, I am Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? See the date on that email? So I got a letter from Johnny Orlesky asking for the Department of Justice to take over my case. I am writing a reference to Dwayne Shorty Davis. I have met with Mr. Davis several times over the past year and have expressed his concerns on a number of issues. Since I had an interstate compact, it files under a federal mandate, Illinois and Maryland. Just like Dred Scott, I'm a free man in one state and a slave in another. I own property in Maryland. I was a business owner in Maryland. That's Kiefer Mitchell. When he said he don't know and he calling this spam, this ain't spam. This is legal mail. And it ties everybody together. C. Bundy, Al Retmer, Johnny Orlesky, my sister Teresa Davis, Jane Miller, Tim Tennyson, dear Governor Hogan, a Christmas party. They gave me this for the Christmas party. Governor Hager gave me that toy dog and told me to go play with myself. So I got this toy dog and I'm going to play with him. See who knew about it? go directly to Judge Bennett, Robert Harding of the Department of Justice, Brian Frost, the Attorney General, Peter Francott. It's an audit, and Johnny Oleski. And you can go to Councilman Pinkett, Brandon Scott, and Mayor Pugh. They got it too. Mayor Mosby got it. Anthony McCarthy got it. Dog, I'm going to name all of y'all that got it. And like I said, you got it. Richard Sher, because Richard Sher did the first story on me in Square Off. Governor O'Malley approved the program in 2006. Governor Quinn, parole and probation. Director, Mr. McGee, Attorney General. Because like I said, y'all traded me off as property from Illinois to Maryland. I'm out $2.6 million, and like I said, I was making a movie and a documentary about you. I was making some good shit. You feel me? Unjust enrichment, $2.6 million in income. I'm going to give you something to see. It's like I said, Governor O'Malley, Dwayne Davis, my store on Falls Road, 2006. We're talking about mass incarceration in the treatment of inmates inside the Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County Detention Center. Public accommodations. I own Shorty's. All parts of Shorty's. Nobody owns Shorty's but me. And like I said, I was making a movie about y'all. Parole and probation. Governor O'Malley, Mr. McGee. See the dates? This is for a federal investigation. Voter suppression. And like I said, movies about Governor O'Malley and the prison industry. Alec and the corporation of Alec that has investments in the Baltimore Sun, that has investments in WJZ, that has investments in WBAL. Y'all just seen the movie The 13th Amendment. Racism don't work without black cooperation. And all I'm doing is showing the slavery. Like I said, I was kidnapped by the state of Illinois when I went home on vacation to file a lawsuit. Dwayne Davis, inmate, Illinois, Mr. Davis. We are responsible for issues such as yours. Contact the Chicago office. I gave this information to the ACLU, and the ACLU ain't did nothing about it. You feel me? I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland and kidnapped by the state of Illinois to expose in the prison industry. And I named the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians. If you contact Councilman Pinkett, he's seen it all. He read it all. And I'm going to show it all. Michael Alport, Grays Lake, Illinois. Dwayne Davis, 1402 Lochner. That's where you kidnapped me from. This is an agreement between Dwayne Davis and Michael Alport. We are working together to expose the racially oppressive judicial system in Lake County, Illinois. We are going to write a book and split the money 35, 35, 30 to create a nonprofit organization to better the community. All right? It's right there. Timed and dated. That's the boys from Barack. Like I said, book, movie, and a lawsuit. I'm going to start filing lawsuits against y'all because you took my property. It was court ordered to be returned. The art of getting money, your prison industry. The art of getting money. And I'm going to show you these two cases. And I'm going to show you where perjury was committed. I'm going to show you where fraud in the court is committed. I'm going to show you where Scott Schellenberger let perjury go on. I'm going to show you about Judge Janae. I'm going to show you about Judge Papaya. I'm going to show you about Judge Sauter. You feel me? Then I'm going to show you about Mikulski. And I'm going to show you about Baltimore City Police Department. Because like I said, it's the art of getting money. I'm going to show you the art of getting money in your prison industry. The money that you make off of inmates. You feel me? Product service catalogs. You make over $500 million a year in products, and the inmates don't get nothing. They don't get a job. They don't get references. They don't get nothing when they come out. You return them into poverty. The criminalization of poverty. You feel me? It's the art of getting money. We traded the penitentiary for the plantation cotton for cocaine, and we steal the cash crop. We don't get nothing for this. So like I said, we already know Donald Trump is a racist. We know the shit that's coming out his mind and in his mouth. But y'all made me a community activist. Y'all gave me this award. Y'all gave me this award, so I earned this. We're gonna talk about black faces selling out the black community, because racism don't work without black cooperation. You feel me? And if you go directly to Sam Cunningham, Mary Cunningham, they have everything that I'm talking about. I testified in front of the Lake County Board in June of 2008 when I got out of jail, expressing my concerns about the treatment of inmates in the Lake County Jail. Since then, there's been over 3 or 4 murders and deaths in the Lake County Jail. You feel me? And Sam McClain been sitting on information since 2016, exposing the corruption and the racism. You can't shield the racism and the corruption in your courts and the treatment of inmates in the jail, and you a black man. Mary Cunningham know too. I turned in judges, lawyers, and politicians back in 1986. I turned in my client list. My client list was like Bruce Miller. It was prominent people in the community that use drugs, but you got a war on drugs. So as long as you got a job, a suit, and a tie, you can use drugs. But if you got a hoodie on, you supposed to go to jail? No, we want to address the war on drugs and the war on the black community. And we're going to do it just like this, through art and activism. You feel me? The way the media demonizes black America. WJZ, WBAL, the Baltimore Sun, y'all work in conjunction together. So I'm going to throw this shit at you. Poop gonna stick. Y'all made me famous for toilets and shit. So I'm going to start selling toilets. And I'm going to start selling shit. You feel me? I'm the king of talking shit, and I'm the king of backing it up. Back in 2014, y'all pushed gay marriage. Y'all pushed marriage equality while you let stop and frisk and zero tolerance go by. You also pushed the motion for the grand jury to deny us access to the grand jury. Your request for the grand jury. Thank you for visiting the Maryland House Judiciary Committee last week. All right? In other words, you denied me access to the grand jury to expose the corruption in your courts. I was exposing the black faces selling out the black community for money in the black penal institution. You feel me? I was showing you the rats in the community. You push gay marriage and gay equality while you let stop and frisk and zero tolerance go by. You feel me? That's what you did. So I made a movie called Baltimore Rewired. I'm going to show the other side of the drug culture. When y'all made the Stop Snitching video, I'm making a snitching video. I'm showing the militarization of the police department. I'm showing you the money that you make off the illegal war on drugs. And I'm showing you how you exploit our black tragedies. I'm going to show you how much money you spend in the police department and how corrupt your police department and how they doing stop and frisk and zero tolerance now. You're using the same fears that you used in the 80s now. So like I said, Governor Hogan, Al Redmer, I got an insurance claim. And my insurance claim is very clear. I was insured for $1 million. I'm a property owner, and I'm the property. You feel me? No jobs, no justice. No justice, no peace. We talking about white supremacy and black freedom. Do blacks have rights in America? Well, Al Redmer, Governor Hogan, you have a job to do. You gotta defend my rights or tell me that I'm right or wrong. Never let nobody tell you yes and no unless they got the power to tell you yes. Now I need your answers because, like I said, I'm doing this as a documentary. It's going to be a writ of certiorari. We're going to go to the Supreme Court about this. We're going to take the war on drugs to the Supreme Court. We're going to take the prison industry to the Supreme Court. We're going to take my incarceration to the Supreme Court. We're going to take the media information to the Supreme Court. We're going to show you about the prison industry. You feel me? And we're going to show you Governor O'Malley's role that he played in it because he had evidence. See that? Governor O'Malley had the DVDs. He had that. You feel me? And we're going to show the FBI, Richard McFeely. I'm going to pull your cards, and I got green cards, and I'm not an immigrant. I'm going to give the world something to see about America's prison industry. You feel me? We're going to show you what racism looks like in Baltimore County. We're going to show you what racism looks like in Annapolis. Racism don't work without black cooperation. And we know how she cooperates with anything that Bobby Zirkin says. Ain't no law against making a movie. The movie's about your prison industry. It's about the money you make off your prison industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And all I want is what belongs to me. I'm submitting my movie Letters to Zion as evidence for a federal investigation. Because like I said, President Obama asked for the investigation. President Obama asked for the investigation. I'm the subject of the investigation. Ain't no law against making a movie. It is a law against kidnapping, lying to the court. It's the art of getting money. My paperwork is in order. I hope yours is too.